Can you believe it? We're already back to day 6 of working on this quilt for 10 minutes a day. And I have 4 pieces to sew together to attach to another section. I'm getting to the point now where I'm figuring out how to make it into a large fabric that will completely cover a queen-size bed. So I'm mostly working with large pieces because we've been sewing all these little ones together. So we'll continue with that, and later on in this video, if I can figure out how to attach another video, I'm going to show you what we got to do for a couple days this past weekend. My niece's husband built a cabin in the woods that's an Airbnb, and we had so much fun staying there and making a little dam in the creek to fill a pool of water. And I hope I can figure out how to attach that video to this one and show it to you, because I think you would enjoy it. And if you don't want to watch it, you can click off. But this has really been, I've been surprised at how much fun I've had with this project. And as is typical, now my mind is going on other things I can do, other things I can finish in this way. And you don't just make progress in one area, you make progress in many areas. That's fun. So I've almost got this. The main thing that I'm trying to do now that I'm really into it, because I just had to not overthink, I had to just get started. When there are fabrics that are alike, I'm trying to make sure they're not sewn side by side. And the other thing too, I'm trying to keep one edge where blocks attach. I'm trying to keep it even. See how this is uneven? So I can resolve that issue later, but at least I have one edge that's the same. I've been able to figure that out as I work along. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I got to wondering if you guys would like to see all of my sewing machines. It's kind of interesting how they've all come together. All right, now I have these 4 pieces done. There we go. Now, let me attach that to, where does this go here? Yes, so now those 4 pieces need to be attached along this seam, and then it'll fit all of this. Then I have this one big huge piece to attach to another big huge piece. I want to make sure all of these pieces of fabric are different, and they are. Okay, that's 4 pieces, not 5. Does it go the other direction? 1, 2, 3. No, I guess I thought I needed only 4, but it looks like I need 5. Let me get another block. Okie dokie. So we'll add one more to this, then that will be, how did I mess that up? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we'll add 5. I love the comments and the ideas that you guys have sent me about crumb quilts. I've never heard of crumb quilts. And so I looked up some pictures on Pinterest and YouTube, and they're very similar to what my mother used to call crazy quilts. The crumb quilts I've seen typically have straight edge pieces, and she would sew together pieces of just about any shape. So I want to check that out a little bit more. That looks like a fun hobby if you have time for hobbies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now let's see if this will go. Which side is it now? I've lost track. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's this side. Okie dokie. Now we can sew these together. And see how it's helpful if you've kept, well, now right there, see how this is very off. So I think I'll turn this around so that I'm not sewing that jagged edge into the seam, and I can figure it out when I put the next section on. I just have realized that it's easy to work with the straight edges and put the uneven ones, keep working them to the outer edge, and then I can fix that when I'm finishing the quilt and putting a back on it. What kind of back do you think I should put on this? Since this is vintage fabric, I have a big vintage tablecloth. It's all white, and I thought about using that tablecloth. It is such a soft fabric, and I think it might really make this project seem so luscious. I'm anxious to snip off all these stray threads, but I'm not doing it right now. I'll just come back and work on the back side of the quilt all at once. As long as I keep them out of the seam, I'll be able to snip them off. Wow, I'm really feeling so accomplished here. So what projects are you guys working on in 10 minutes a day to accomplish a bigger task that you don't really have time for? One thing I like to say is how to put these type of projects in the margins of your day. You know how when you're writing on notebook paper and you're filling in the center of the paper on all of the lines, because that's where all the important information goes. But sometimes you make notes on those outer edges, the margins, things you don't want to forget, or just little minute details you'll write in the margin. I kind of like to think of these projects being in the margins of the day. The things that you really have to make sure you accomplish are in the main body of your day, but then in these little 10-minute bits and pieces of the day, you can just fit in your other projects that you think you may not have time for. And before long, you've accomplished great tasks. It's important to me to make every day worthwhile. So here we are. We have this huge section sewn together. That right there, I'll work on that. Isn't this amazing? It's big enough to wrap myself in, but it's not the size of a twin-size bed yet. So I'm going to see if I can link the cute little Airbnb, and you can see that if you want. My niece's husband built it, and now they use it for an Airbnb, and it's so picturesque. You will love it. Okay, y'all. Thanks for watching. Hey, tell me where you're from in the comments. Some of my commenters do, and I just absolutely love knowing where everybody's from. Oh, and also, yay! I was going to tell you this at the very beginning. You guys have helped me get to the point where I can do live videos on YouTube. For the followers that were over on Facebook, you know, I did live videos over there, and now I have 100 subscribers on YouTube, so I can do live videos here. And when I reach 1,000 subscribers, then I achieve another level of being able to go live. So, I appreciate you guys helping me grow this channel and sharing out the videos and helping me get new subscribers. Thank you so much. All right, I'll talk to you again. Bye-bye. We stayed at the most darling little cabin in Missouri. And I love these kind of creeks. So let's go see the creek. The sounds of nature, it's amazing. There was a huge owl, landed in the mulch, and then hopped up to a tree and sat there for a while until it flew away. These creeks are the best for wading. Isn't that beautiful? Look at the sun hitting the water and reflecting. Yesterday, some of the ones together made a little dam and footbridge across that pool, attempting to see if they could get it deeper. That was fun. There's not been much rain, so the water flow is slow. Isn't this neat how this rock overhangs? I'd have to be down there to show how much it does overhang. Well, let me go over here. And make a view back. Oh, I love this. You so need to have another day. There. You can kind of see how that overhangs. There's a little cubby hole into that rock. I wonder if something lives under there. Okay. Bye-bye, Missouri. See you next time.